Hi, we are the Shubhangi Joshi Collective, and this song is called Curious Cat. It's off our album Babelfish. You sitting so pretty, cuts to your chest, high stay best. You walking the tightrope and chasing the clouds, loud and proud. But one day you pack your bag and sail out one day, starting from scratch. Hi, we are the Shubhangi Joshi Collective, and you're watching us on Radio City India.
I think Titus met Shubhangi first, and then Titus asked me, "You want to play with a band?" I met Shubhangi, and then he shared some videos links. I'm like, "Wow, what? All right, I am up for this." So what a beautiful voice, and I'm like, "Cool, let's just jam." So I think the first time we jammed together, and Shubhangi just sounds the same in the jam room. I'm like, "How is this possible? How is this happening?" Like, my God, this and the music is so much of fun to play, right? And then I jammed with Nishant once, for some other project I was working with, and I'm like, "Dude, you are good at this. Let's do this." I'm like, "You're gonna pull it off. Let's just make music." So I introduced Nishant to the band, and Shubhangi and Titus like, "All right, bro, let's go ahead."
It was very interesting, because I had just started out playing with bands and stuff. I used to play keyboard and piano for some time, but that was just me in my room and stuff. So I started playing, and I got a call from Amir. He's like, "Bro, aisa scene hai, tu aa baja karke." And he sends me a couple of videos, and I just see, I think it was when you guys played at Kappa TV or something. Yeah. And I see those videos, I'm like, okay, this is something it's, great. And I was like, okay, I really need to sit and practice for this. I think that is the most I have practiced for for a jam.
Actually, there's a book called The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's written by this amazing author called Douglas Adams. Yeah, so you're a fan, So yeah, it's a wonderful book. It's such a crazy book full of so many elements, plot lines, which run not just across the earth, all across the universe. So in that book, there is a character called Babelfish, which is like this tiny alien fish. If you slip it inside your ear, it'll translate any language in the universe for you. So kind of, we took that idea and we applied it to what it can mean in our lives. And we're all musicians here. So music is kind of like our Babelfish, because that's how we understand the world. That's how we make sense of it. And that's how we like to express how we feel. Because any kind of emotion that you go through, a musician would process it and will try and deal with it through music, by writing it down. So that's kind of the philosophy behind why we chose the word, and it also sounds cool. So the journey actually began early 2018 because we had performed in Bhutan together as a band. We had gone, we were representing India. It was quite a journey. It was, isn't it? It was pretty magical. So over there, the moment we came back, something just clicked in our heads, and also we because of that tour we got the funds to start the the seed money for the album as well. So we thought this is the right time. I think we should strike while the iron is hot. And Ajay Jayanti, who's the producer, we've all worked with him before. He's performed with us too. He was also part of the tour there. So he just made sense because he knows us for so long. Amir also plays for Paradigm Shift and he's a band member with Ajay. So he knows our sound. He appreciates what we do. So we just started off the journey in May, and ever since then we've been, all the stages of pre-production, tracking, all of that has been happening. At the drop of a hat, curious cat, you perfectly right, disappearing at the drop of a hat, curious cat, yeah. So that song is actually one of our more playful, light-hearted songs. It's also why we chose it for the music video because we thought that it might connect more with the audience. So it's the song is kind of a tongue-in-cheek take on sticky relationships. That even if a relationship finishes, some of it still sticks on in your head, and you're trying your best to get rid of it. But those words and those messages and calls, it's very hard to get rid of it. So the video also tackles that. The video shows that there's this girl trying to get over a nasty breakup, and all those those messages and all those instances are they're coming back, and she's trying to run away from them. So we're all playing those characters. I'm playing that heartbroken girl, and Nishant and Amir, they're playing all those people who they have nothing to do with me. I've never seen them before, but they just keep looking. They look at me once, and all I can remember is, oh shit, everything that has happened to me in the past, it all comes rushing back. So that's what the video is all about. You don't understand what the fuss is all about. The ties and the bridges, but look around, around. You don't understand what the fuss is all about. The ties and the bridges, but look around, around. But I am a straight talking lady with a plan in my head. Actually, I had met Nani Singh, who's the one of the organizers, quite a long time back. I think 2 years back, and I had shared my music with her. So, I had been in touch with her for some time. And this year, she said that we'd like to have you. Why don't you perform at the festival? So it was a great time for us to perform as well, because the album was just a couple of months away. We were very sure about what the album and we are going to sound like. So it was a good time to perform to a festival crowd and to showcase what we will sound like from now on. So it was a great experience. It's such a lovely, atmosphere and an environment to perform in. And so yeah, it was quite a surreal experience. And we performed. The sun was setting, and the crowd was having a good time. We were playing all our original music. All of that was happening. There were some lovely bands that performed as part of the lineup as well. There was Marty Bani, there was Parikrama, there was Bride and Part. So lots of fun acts as well. So it was a really lovely experience. I would say that, what I've observed over the years is that a lot of artists have come up who are kind of, they're very sure about their voices and who they, what they sound like. And a lot of different genres have started popping up. That's what I feel. People are not kind of restricting themselves to a certain category any longer. And so that's a very good thing that's happening. Of course, we still have a long way to go in terms of getting support and kind of gaining that critical mass of an audience, because we're still in indie music. Of course, it also includes bands that perform in Hindi and other languages. But if I have to speak for my kind of music, that is Western English, so we are still finding our crowd, and that's slowly growing. One challenge, of course, is that you still have to, if you're starting out and even quite far along in the journey, you have to pretty much do everything yourself. So that is something that, that takes up a lot of your energy. Apart from the creative aspect of it, which is making the music, performing, you also have to do so many other things. So all of that definitely it eats into your mind, and it takes up a lot of it takes a lot of energy and management to do. So that kind of support is still the scene will definitely benefit from having some of that management kind of a support, or more artist agencies that would like to support independent artists. There are some that are there and established, but I think we can definitely do more. Yeah.
It's been great, man, to be making music what you like. So it doesn't matter until unless if you are in my band and we are 3-4 people sitting inside a jam room making music. This is what I like. So in the if the fourth person comes in, if it doesn't like the music, all right, bro, it's fine. We are liking it, right? We're still going to make it. So in the end, we just need people who really likes it to support it. That's what is very important, I guess. And rest, everything will fall into place just because you're happy making what you're making.
Nikhil D'Souza, I think really good music. And Tejas Menon, I find his music quite interesting. And he's been around for quite some time. And So I think he's one really good artist.
I listen to a lot of heavier kind of stuff. So actually, I love his band very frankly, Paradigm Shift, because I mean, killer stuff. Yeah, and then there's this another band in Thane actually called Insignia. I think I love that stuff, like very different vibes. So yeah, and of course there are a lot of other people.
Yeah,
also.
Gumbal, that is Arjun Ayer's band. They are actually, their album is going to release this Friday. So I mean, he is such a creative musician, and he's also been at it for quite some time. Really offbeat music, but there's no one else that really sounds like him. So I think that is something that any audience can, they can listen to it and it'll appear fresh. And also pacifist. I'm also a metal fan. So yeah, don't make that music, but I love listening to it. So yeah, pacifist is really good. I mean, and they just released the EP as well. So I had a blast at their debut gig. We had a great time. Anand Bhaskar Collective.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Beautiful,
Yes.
lush music and
Amazing guys.
yeah, and lovely people also, all of them.
I have this band called Lobster Anomaly that, I mean, we do make some music. It's more of just it's like a passion project kind of a thing, right? We just write whatever we like. So yeah, we've been playing for some time. Currently it's like on a, indie music scene. So पैसे नहीं है तो थोड़ा time chill चल रहा है वहाँ पे. But yeah, like that is one of the projects that I play with. Then I think I'll be playing with Fairy Tales. They are also coming out with one of the albums soon.
I'm thinking of like writing some thing on my own for like as a percussion grooves and something like that. We're still working on it. I have a couple of ideas. I've sent it some.
And I've done
gonna get
nothing
it back.
with it. I've done nothing
That's
with
what's for
it.
the future. For me, I mean, this band is pretty much what I've been focusing on. If it's not music, then I also want to. I've been planning to write a collection of short stories, sci-fi short stories. That I've only written the table of contents till now because I know what the stories are going to be, but I haven't started writing it. So once this album kind of takes some kind of a conclusion, then that is something that I'll slowly start working
And
on.
your death metal project.
And my side death metal project. Why not? And of course, the second album of Shubhangi Joshi Collective. We're already so excited about it. We're like, Babelfish is happening. That's great. And now let's start thinking over the next album. That's how it is. You sitting so pretty, cards to your